What's going on, guys? MariK here with an update to our Babidi deck profile that we uploaded just about a week or so ago. A lot of people have been asking me changes I would make to it and what the changes are that I made to it by taking out the tribal Deborah theme that we added to it. And I gotta say, I think it's probably more consistent. I mean, it's still equally as fun, but there's just something about just playing those Deborah cards, especially the 5-drop Umbral Deborah. But, of course, we're sticking with the same leader. It's still Babidi. He's a necessary part of this particular build, mainly because of that auto that puts the sealed ball into play. Now, on the other side, the Creator of Evil, the ability kind of is okay. It still lets you get your draw once per turn, but it does give one of your battle cards a boost, so that's nice to be able to power up your weaker guys a little bit, whether to be able to KO some of your opponent's other battle cards or to ensure that you're going to get a little more damage in as well. So first up, we have one Majin Buu sealed ball because, of course, there's no reason to run more than one of them. And when you get 5 cards underneath him, it pops, and then you can get out the Majin Buu revived. Now, you can use Babidi's ability every time the battle card that he increases by 5,000 attacks. You can place a card from the top of your deck underneath the ball. But if you don't want to do that, or if you're waiting until you get a Time Patrol Trunk, so you can kind of control a little bit what cards are going to get wasted underneath the ball. We also run 4 Tainted Power, Spopovich, and Yamu. Pretty much when you play the cards, you can put up to 5 cards underneath any battle card, and any card in your battle area, and of course you're gonna pick the sealed ball. So you're pretty much gonna keep Spopovich and Yamu for whenever you are ready to play the ball and just go all in. Then for our draw power engine, we still have 4 of the energy boosted Majin Buus. The biggest reason to play them is because they are blue, so you can charge them if you draw into too many, but it also fits along with the Buu Babidi theme. Then we run 2 Time Control Cronoa, basically the same thing, except she can also shut down Shugesh, and you can play her regardless of what energy you charge, so kind of nice. If I had room, I would run 4, but I couldn't find room with everything else I wanted to put in the deck. And then lastly, for our draw type engine, we have 4 Hercule Buu's Assistant. Lets you search the top 7 for a red Majin Buu and add it to your hand. Now there's really only 2 Majin Buus you want to add to your hand. We run 4 of each of them, so there's a total of 8 targets. The first one, of course, is Surprise Attack Majin Buu. When you play him, you can choose a Majin Buu with 25,000 power or less from your deck and add it to your hand. So you're going to play him, and you're going to just straight up add Majin Buu full of energy. This one, I really like this one, and I like this chain over the Awakened Evil Majin Buu chain, and going into Buuhan just because he has Double Strike already. He has Barrier, which he's nice, so he doesn't need the Dawn of the Rampage Majin Buu to go underneath him. And his Activate Main just lets you choose a card in your life and give him 5,000 power. So you can awaken yourself, you can take all of your life cards, give him a massive boost, which is really going to help when you evolve him as well, because power boosts stay until the end of the turn. And then, of course, the other big... And then we have the other big boss card in the deck, the 4 Majin Buu Revived. When he comes out via Sealed Ball, you deal 1 damage to your opponent. And he's got Double Strike, so that's nice too. You can bring him out, swing, get Double Strike damage in. And then you can evolve him along with full power energy into Ultimate Evil Majin Buu, which was one of the main finishers for our previous Babidi build, but since this one is directly focused on just Majin Buu, we run the Ultimate Evil to be our main finisher. And between popping the ball for Majin Buu Revived, along with Majin Buu full of energy, that's 2 double strike damage, plus the damage from Majin Buu popping out, and then you've got all the triple strikes from the Ultimate Evils as well. Then for Overwhelm, we stuck with 3 Time Patrol Trunks because the idea with this deck is you just want to keep drawing and, you know, digging through your deck to get what you need. And he allows you to manipulate the top cards on your deck, so you can choose if you don't want one of those cards to go onto the sealed ball, or if you do, you're like, well, I really don't need this card, so this turn I'll use Babidi's ability, put it on under the sealed ball. Then we have 4 Divine Aid Vados. I'm not sure what she would change into with the coming of Set 5. The Master Roshi is really nice because you get the sparking ability, but the Trunks kind of gets in the way of that. So maybe just leaving her in there, or even playing the Bulma card, either one. Then we stuck with 4 Kaba's Awakening because it's just a really good power boost, and that extra 1000 can really prevent you from taking unnecessary damage that you don't need to. Then we still have the Sensu Beans, so we can untap to be able to play into the Ultimate Evil Majin Buu, or even to play multiples of the Ultimate Evil Majin Buu. Then lastly, we have 4 Negates. Now these are blank for a reason, because ideally you're going to want to use probably Whis as Coercion, because it's blue, so it gives you blue energy to tap, and it's basically a free negate to play. With the coming of Set 5, that card definitely needs to come out, and you're going to want to play 4 of the Afterimage cards, because 1, your leader's red, 2, you're going to boost whatever card they're trying to kill by 40,000, or your leader, and that 10,000 damage is really going to come in handy, especially at the beginning, where they aren't going to be able to out-combo that 50,000 power differential, and also that 10,000 power is going to kill a lot of 1 and 2 drops, and maybe a 3 drop, depending on what they play. All in all, this is just another fun way to play the deck. This is probably a little more consistent as well as the Deborah engine and the Majin Buu engine. They don't really clash, since the only thing that has happened for the Buu engine is you just have to get 5 cards underneath the ball to pop it, and then you can go right into Ultimate Evil. However, this engine that we have in this build, they work together because they work towards the same goal, which is getting out a ridiculously powerful triple striker, or even 2, and being able to push for game, and being able to hit your opponent for potentially 8 damage all at once, between popping the 1 damage off for Majin Buu Revived, and then swinging for double strikes, 3 damage, swinging for double strike with full of energy is 5 damage, and then you've got triple strike with Ultimate Evil. And if you can chain them together and play, you know, 1 or 2 or even maybe 3 Ultimate Evils in one turn, that's really pushing it, but I've done it before, then that right there, they're going to be at 3 life, and then they have to keep stopping your attacks over and over and over again. And if you've done prior damage to them, then potentially a double strike, and then that forces them to have to stop one of the previous Majin Buu's forms, and it gives you a lot more options to be really aggressive and to push for game when your opponent is constantly out of resources from trying to prevent the high attack power coming at them. But that's our updated build for the Babidi Majin Buu deck. I'm sure it could get a little bit better, especially if we were able to get more Majin Buu cards. The Babidi leader overall is just kind of but because he has that ability to have the sealed ball and to bring out a free Majin Buu to evolve Ultimate Evil into, and that can be your game plan too, is to just punch the living shit out of your opponent with just everything. Just throw everything at them. Don't hold back. Swing at them with full of energy. Do a massive amount of damage. And then when the first chance you get, you're like, okay, draw, charge, swing with whatever, put the last card underneath him, or play the 3-drop. Preferably, if you can find a way to use his ability, that we can put the last card underneath, and then you have all of your energy free to pop the ball, bring out Fat Buu, burn him for 1, swing for 2, and then, you know, evolve over and over and over again. Granted, that requires you to drop 2 cards every turn, but that shouldn't be that difficult to do, especially with, you know, taking the cards from your life and everything, and just the deck's full of draw power, which is to help supplement the downside of the EX evolving into Ultimate Evil. But if you guys like this build, or if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button down below for us. You know, we appreciate the support, and we appreciate all of our subscribers as well. We are almost to 1,300, and that is just fucking fantastic. You guys have been killing it with the support on Dragon Ball videos, and just all the comments we've been getting, all the messages that we've been getting on the Shadow Realm Gaming page is just, I like how you guys try to keep in touch and try to have all these discussions with us as well. Let me know what you guys think about this build, and let me know what you think about this build compared to the Deborah build, or if you guys have other ideas in mind. I tried to figure out the best ways to utilize Majin Buu to be able to get to Ultimate Evil, and this was just the best way I could come up with, was to have two Majin Buu chains running parallel to each other to just put massive pressure on the opponent. But we're going to go ahead and get the freak out of here now, and we'll see you guys in the next video.